Welcome to Fangs Out. This is your host Frank the Vamp, and we're continuing to talk about my top 10 films of 1981. After the success of the 1980, I had a lot of fun going back to memory lane. So we're going back to 1981, and I'm finding out that there's just so many good films. So it's going to be really hard to make this list. So as number nine, we all remember that one of my honorable mentions was City of the Dead from Lucio Fulci. The following year, in 1981, we got the second installment and the third installment release. But we're going to talk about the second installment, which by far is my favorite of the of basically the unofficial Gates of Hell trilogy. The number two film is called The Beyond. In Italian, is L'Aldila. It was also released as The Seven Doors of Death. And Lucio Fulci, it's wasn't the way he did these films, it was amazing, and he had to deal with a lot of low budgets and censorship, and when it came to Carnage, he went number one, but he did gore in a very special way in this one. That's my favorite, The Beyond. And let's talk a little bit of what his vision was. Uh, he really after doing City of the Living Dead, Fulci really the type of metaphysical. He liked the metaphysical. He wanted to pay homage to the French playwright Antoine Artaud, and Artaud was a surrealist, and basically the way that he wanted the Beyond to be was just kind of like scenes sort of tied together by things that are happening to the players. It's a very non-linear haunted house story. However, the German company that was producing the film say, hey, uh, this shit doesn't make any sense. You got to rewrite the playwright so that it makes sense. And I want to see a movie with a beginning, middle, and end, and and I wanted a cohesive story, and I want zombies in it because zombies are cool. You know, we got we got freaking Argento. Your own things. Your own zombies from Zombie Do It. Fulci, and you got George Romero around the corner there. You got it totally just add zombies to the film, and normally this would be a recipe for disaster because you just pissed off the director because you didn't want to let him do the film that he wanted to do. But because sometimes when you grab a storm and you get all cosmic forces going in a random, horrible way, in one instant, they will all come together at the special right time and create beauty. And this was that time. I actually like this better than the other movies, which are completely bonkers bananas. And sometimes you can't really connect where the story is going because the story is going nowhere. It's part of his style here. But the cohesiveness and the way that he set it up is like when you watch the Beyond, it's like you're expecting things and you're cringing and you're opening your eyes and you're getting terrified. And as it keeps going on, you just can't stop watching. What's going to happen next? What's going to happen? Oh shit, this happened. Oh my god, nothing. worse than this can possibly happen, right? And then something worse happens, and then that's how you watch the Beyond, and you know, a story where this warlock somewhere in I think it was it Louisiana, I think. Let me check my notes. Yeah, the Seven Doors Hotel in Louisiana. There's this guy that's believed to be a warlock, and he opens, he opens one of the seven doors of death, which basically allows the dead to cross into the living world, and it's basically a gate to hell. And basically, a lynch mob grabs him and crucifies him in a very brutal way into the wall. I mean, it's really, really disturbing. And we have this woman, which is Katrina McCall. Katrina McCall, which is she acts in all three of the movies, and she I really like her how she naively moves into hotels and plans to reopen it, and
Finds that there's several things that need to be fixed, but when she's asking people, people begin to die in really strange incidents, include a painting and a plumber and an eye socket, and then spiders, and then eating somebody's face, and then corpses, and then uh, you know uh, some kind of acid dissolving somebody's face, and then you know living dead corpses, and then more eye destructions, and then somebody brain being nailed onto the wall, and then you get my drift. The reason why I like this film so much is because not only is it beautiful for gorehounds, because some brutal, brutal, hardcore, gore happens here. A lot of us are gorehounds, but I like gore when it has a reason. And in here, the atmosphere, the whole gates of hell. Uh, I like the fact that I can follow the story. Towards the end, which my favorite ending. Because it's like the painting ending, and I won't spoil it, but when you see it, I really like it. He still got to do his metaphysical ending that he wanted, and I really respect him for it. And Fulci just made a besides. I quote my. Let me just say it this way. I said this before. My favorite painter was Toulouse-Lautrec, this French painter who basically did a lot of amputees and women, deformed, obese prostitutes and things like that. Things that most people consider to be ugly, but he actually found the beauty in that. And this to me, as a whole, it's very artistic. It's very well thought of. Excellent acting in a normal cheesy way. Uh, Unbelievable. Oh, the dog kill. Oh my gosh, the dog. The dog and the throat removal. Oh my gosh. I mean, practical effects. It's beyond beyond. It's to be seen. It's like a car crash. You can't look away. It's beautiful in its craziness. I don't know how I can describe it, but to me, it's one fitting number nine in 1981's top 10 list. Um, the House by the Cemetery was also released this year. Will it
take place in the top 10? We'll have to. You guys have to wait and see. But for sure, I can tell you that I really did enjoy Laldi La Da Beyond. It's a really good film, and there's many great films to come in 1981. Hope you guys enjoy. Arrivederci, my friends.